Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Happy weekend to every single one of you. I hope you're having a great weekend. So there we have it. Nigeria triumphing over Angola, 1-0. Final score yesterday. It could have been 2, 3, 4 goals in favor of Nigeria, but of course, one goal was enough to send us into the semis and send Angola home. And of course, what a great display from the guys yesterday. We saw another continuity of Peseiro's tactical display, helping to solidify our defense against the most prolific attacking side in this competition. Angola are actually the guys that have scored the most goals, 9 goals in total in this competition. But of course, that formation yesterday was enough to quiet the attackers. One of the attackers actually is on one of the leading goal scorers. I think he has 4 goals, but he wasn't able to get on target. He actually hit the post one time, the one clear-cut chance that they had, but of course he still didn't convert it. So Nigeria obviously succeeded in that one. Moving on to the next thing, which is the semi-finals. In terms of our play, aside from defending, we also had a number of chances. I thought our attackers really progressed well. We had a lot of chances. Scored 1 goal from Osimhen, marginally offside. That one was ruled out for off. But of course, we saw that we didn't really play like we did against Cameroon. But of course, what we played, it was far better than the Angolas, the opponent, because, we completely neutralized them. But of course, that's not what the coach of the Angolan side is thinking. Pedro Goncalves, he obviously doesn't think that we outclass them. He doesn't think that we are better than them. We agree with Pedro Goncalves that the reason why they lost this game is because they were tired. Of course, he said they've had to travel through 3 cities, and Nigeria has been in Abidjan, and they've not traveled, and that contributed a whole lot. But of course, aside from that, he's also brought himself down in humility to recognize the fact that, he played against a top team. He gave Nigeria, our flowers, and he said that we played very well. He told us congratulations, which of course is what you should do. That's the spirit of sportsmanship. If you're defeated, you congratulate the person that defeats you. There's no shame in it. But of course, he said that after saying that the reason why they lost was because they were tired and we didn't have to travel. And then he talked about their stars, the stars that we have, we have on parade, the quality that we have in our players, but that they were not intimidated. They were not starstruck. They played their game, but of course that their attackers didn't turn up yesterday. We wish them all the best, and as we tell them bye-bye from the competition. But outside of that, the players, of course, let me go to the ratings, just a quick one, maybe in 30 seconds. I thought we played really well, but of course, not at the level that we played against Cameroon. We saw the likes of our players who showed up in Cameroon game, coming out in this game, not at the top of their game. Osimhen didn't really play as much as we thought, or as much as we expected. But of course, he played very well. The ratings, of course, most of our players did well in ratings. Most of them have 7 points and above over 10. The only person that has the highest rating, that has up to 8 rating, is Ademola Lookman. Of course, it's very clear. We saw what he did. He also scored the goal, composing himself very well to drive that one into the top roof. Of course, the guys played with Bali, very influential. We are glad that he obviously came back on time to be in goal post for us. He has up to 7 ratings, which is really massive. We saw his contribution to the team, to the game. Of course, the defense as well. Ekong was really very helpful in terms of stabilizing our defense. We saw that we had a few mistakes from the likes of Ajayi and of course Zaidu, and at some point as well, Bassi also began to do a little bit of mistake, and then got way in over his head because he's still young and he wanted to get into fights and confrontation. Ekong made sure that didn't result to something serious like getting a red card. From the high-performing players, we also have a few players who needs to step up going into the next game, the semis. Zaidu, of course, is one of the guys that has the lowest ratings. I think he has 6.5 ratings. He didn't really play to instruction. He was just playing for himself most of the time. He tried his best, obviously, but he wasn't really thinking straight, thinking quickly. There were some passes when he made the run in the forward. There were some passes he was supposed to give Osimhen and Lookman. He didn't. He was indecisive, and of course, tracking back as well. We suffered from his wing, which of course, it could have hurt us. It could have really hurt us. Gilberto really had his day from that wing. But definitely lots of improvements to be made going forward. Peseiro is a man of tactics, and we've obviously seen that he is very strict. He is mean. If we saw him from the touchline, he was angry. He was standing the whole time shouting, at the players, trying to get them to follow the instructions. And I'm sure that he was very angry and mad at some of the players. He even said it, after the game, after the press conference. But that will be a video for later. Another J-star in the video, guys, we saw Peter Obi, come out in the stands live in Abidjan to be with the supporters club, to cheer Nigeria to victory. Of course, it was such an amazing sight to see. I'm sure that really did a lot to. I'm sure that obviously did a lot to bolster the confidence of the team and of course the supporting club. When as the official supporting club, when you have a political figure, big political figure like that come out to join you, then obviously it would inspire them, or it would motivate them to cheer the Super Eagles even more. Their voice will echo times two. So obviously that was what happened. Peter Obi obviously was live at the stadium to cheer the guys, and it was really, really massive, and big kudos to him, because we know how it is, a busy man, politician and all of that, but he took out his time from his busy schedule to be live there to support the guys. It was a really good sight to see. And of course, the last update for this video, guys, is the fact that the English Premier League has now congratulated our guys for progressing into the semi-finals. Of course, we have about 4 Nigerian players who also play for English Premier League club side. We have the likes of Ola Aina, who plays for Nottingham Forest. We have Iwobi and Kevin Bassey, who play for Fulham, and then Frank Onyeka for Brentford. So Premier League actually congratulated them in their official Twitter account and wished them success in the semis and all of that. So it's so nice to see. It's really massive, that Nigeria is really making waves. Of course, we are a big country. We are one of the best in this competition, and it's good that we are holding our grounds, showing ourselves to the world as it's a strong country, a strong team in the sport. Those are the video, guys. Thank you for catching this one. More updates coming out during the day, and of course, as you know, the guys are going to go straight into recovery routines just to try and shake off the fatigue, and then of course they'll go again. The semis is going to come very quickly from midweek next week, so the guys are going to want to be ready on time. But thank you for watching the videos. Don't forget to stay tuned to the channel as I bring you more updates as they unfold. Have a lovely day.